everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
He ready to go. I don't care. This is our first night in Singapore. This is day one of my outfit. Shut up. Shein, Fashion Nova. Look at my house purse. Isn't it cute? Night one in Singapore, we decided to go to India Town. Little India. And this is our plate to start us off.
We got London on the train.
Crazy work. You know, a caption says, "Worst man I ever dated. Nothing could have prepared me for this."
I am about to tell y'all something so crazy, but I am currently in Singapore stranded because I let this guy named Omar fly me out for a vacation, and he thought that I was going to talk shit about him to my mom. So this man kicked me out of our hotel, threw all of my stuff outside, canceled my flight, and then left me stranded here. And I have been by myself in Singapore ever since. And I just gotta tell somebody just in case I don't make it back to the US or whatever. But backstory, in 2022 or 2023, I dated Omar. We ended up dating. It didn't work out. Fast forward, he has been trying to reach out to me ever since. In 2026, 2 weeks ago, he hit me up and asked, can he make it up to me for what happened in 2022? I said, I'm only into iconic things. What you got? He said, I want to fly you to Singapore for a vacation. And I said, well, I can't miss work. I like my 2 jobs. So he sent me $3,500 so that I would feel comfortable with missing work. Okay, boom, because I make good money. Fast forward. Anyway, I'm on the trip. We are all in love for the first couple of days. Everything is peachy clean. That's my man, okay? Out of nowhere, the day before, we have a couple of mishaps, but nothing that will lead up to what I'm telling you now. Nothing, what I'm about to tell you is going to make sense. Nothing is going to add up to what I'm telling you is about to happen now. Nothing's gonna correlate. So, 5 in the morning, we both go to sleep. We have been cuddling all night. We had just confessed our love to each other, whatever. We wake up at 5 a.m. We both do. I wake up to clean off my makeup because I slept in it. He wake up to get some water. We both go back to the bed. I realize I want to call my mom and my friends because it's 5 p.m. in Atlanta, Georgia. He goes back to sleep. He's only been asleep for 4 minutes. I tap him, say, hey, let me get the room key so I can go downstairs. He act like he don't hear me, but he did. He act like he don't hear me. Boom. I take the wrong room key and leave. And when I close the door, I realize I have the wrong room key. So I start calling his phone, and I realize that his phone's not ringing. It's on silent. How we on a vacation, and the night before you just talking about marriage and kids and how we gonna do this and how we gonna do that and on this and this and that, and you want this with me, but your phone on silent. Second red flag. Okay, boom. I knock on the door. Immediately, I can see in his eyes, this is a switch. Like, this is not Omar. This is, I don't know who this is, but I could just tell, I have discernment, this is not the man that he was trying to portray to me. So boom, I walk past him through the door and I'm like, what are you acting like that for? I'm like, hey babe, give me the room key so I can go downstairs. I want to call my mom and my friends. He was like, you're not going downstairs to call your mom and your friends. In fact, you're going to get back in this bed, you're going to go to bed. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Then this boy proceeds to call me. He was like, you are so dumb and slow. You lack common sense. And one thing we ain't gonna do is insult my intelligence, because you know what? I have 2 dual degrees. I have a dual degree at Clark, Atlanta. I am top dog at everything that I do. Okay? I'm an Aries. I don't play. One thing we would never do is say Mariah Melrose is slow, dumb, nothing. So I go off on him. I'm like, you're pathetic. I can't really clock it, but I think you might have mental issues, and they're just now coming out on the trip. And I'm realizing you might have grown mental issues over the course of time that we have not been speaking. It's given pathetic. I'm going to go call my mom. I'm not sure if you think I'm going to go call a man or what is going on, but I'm going downstairs. I'm going to make a phone call. He's like, if you go out this room, you will not make it back in this room. So I'm like, yes, I will. No, I wasn't. I outside, call my mom or whatever. They like, yeah, if you think he might have mental issues, you think he might be mentally ill, go upstairs, pack your bag, move your flight, and come home. I'm like, okay, cool. I go upstairs. This boy double bolted the doors. I go get concierge. They come upstairs. They like, yeah, man, we can't let you in this room because he double bolted the doors.
He double lock. He have double locked the key.
So they put me in a conference room because I have on lingerie and a robe. Because mind you, we were just in love the night before. So in a conference room, I'm weeping and sobbing because I'm just trying to figure out what would make him think that I deserve this. Nothing that occurred in the past 2-3 days amounts to this. So my heart stops because the lady comes around the corner and she goes, I hate to break it to you, ma'am, but I just tried to talk to him and he said he does not know you and proceeded to throw all your stuff out in the hallway. My expensive camera equipment, my Sony V1, my G7X that I just got as a gift from another guy I'm dating, all my new clothes, everything, my passport. That boy was withholding my passport, y'all. So I'm weeping and sobbing in the conference room because I can't even believe that this is happening to me. I'm so distraught that the lady helps me proceed to pack my bag. She helps me book a new hotel with their sister hotel, calls me a cab. My thing is, I'm a good person, so I know that I will bounce back from this because good things always happen to me due to the fact of me being a good person. I would never do nobody like this. Yeah, I am gonna let God handle it, but when I tell you God don't play about me, over me wanting to call my mom, all because I wanted to call my mom, because you think that I'm about to throw dirt on your name or talk ill about you or have a conversation that is not around you, because I've been having all my conversations with my family and friends around him. So I'm thinking that he thinks that I'm about to talk about him or I'm about to call a man. Regardless, leaving me like this, I'm in Singapore. It took me 24-hour flight to get here, away from my friends and family. You would desert me in Singapore? So I get to the new hotel. I look at my itinerary. That man canceled my flight. And the reason why I let Omar book my flight is because I don't never, ever, 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 ever let a man book my flight. I always get the money first. But I had to I'm an accountability queen. I could take accountability. But the reason why I let him book my flight is because you sent me $3,500, which showed me that you cared, that I cared that I was missing work. My flight was $3K. So you damn near spent $7K for me to get here. In 2022, we were at odds. You let me borrow your car. I wasn't on your insurance or anything. I could have ran your car into the river. I didn't do none of that. You trusted me that I had your car for weeks when I got into a car accident before I got my dream car. But anyway, it's the fact that you had shown me so much trust that you care about my well-being that I would never think that you would do this to me. You're the one who brought me here because you said that you want to show me that you're the man for me. You want to date me. You want to make it up to me. You want to see where things go. You talking to me about kids and family, and you would leave me stranded in another foreign country. And I promise y'all, like I have never been more brokenhearted than I am right now. Like I think this is the worst a man has ever done me. And I think what really, really, really like sends me over the edge, he told me some of his deepest, darkest secrets. He basically told me that when he was 9, he lived in West Africa and that his parents smuggled him into the United States and they paid somebody to steal an American person's name. So he has an American person's identity, their social and everything. He's not a real citizen. So he's been living under a fake name. His real name is Omar Ba, but he's under Omar Ba. So you are basically smuggled into the U.S. So you know what it feels like to be abandoned by your parents. You know what it feels like to go through what you're going through. You know what it feels like you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what it feels like to be in a foreign country and you not have nothing or whatever. So the fact that you would leave me stranded on foreign land, my heart is so broken. Like, I can't even believe this is happening to me right now. I have been by myself on this trip ever since. Thank God I called my ex-boyfriend and he booked me another flight home. Thank God I called another guy that I was dating and he paid for my room for the rest of the week. And thank God I am loved back where I am at, because the fact that Omar would do this to me, knowing that he's all I have in Singapore. Literally, like, you all I have. I'm not a loser, and I'm still living my life on this trip, but it's just really hard for me to live because in the back of my mind, I'm just still struggling with the fact that this guy really deserves in this foreign country. I am 24-hour flight wise away from home, and I just need to put this story out here just in case I don't make it back to the US.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Well, we got a lot of things to unpack in this whole little video, man. And I'm going to just say this, man. You start dating a man back in 2022. You didn't like him or whatever y'all was going through. Y'all didn't end up dating. He calls you out of the blue, asks you to go out the country. You go out the country with him. Well, you don't just automatically jump up and go. You say, well, I got to work. Okay, I'll send you money for work. And then I'll pay for your flight. Boom. She out the country. 24-hour flight to Singapore. Then you proceed to make love to this person and enjoy this person. But then things take a turn for the worse. You need to no, before things take a turn to the worse, you have to go make a call downstairs to your mom. I don't know why you had to go downstairs. You could have FaceTimed them in the bathroom. If you wanted to let him sleep, maybe, hey, you know what? Let me go to the balcony. Let me, anything. I don't know. But to go downstairs to do it, maybe there's bad reception up there. I don't know. Never been to Singapore. I know some friends that have been, but I know it's very dangerous for women out there in Singapore right now. Well, at least it was a few years ago. So then he throws your stuff out, and he throws out a camera that another man bought for you. Then, because you're so loved back in Atlanta, you have another boyfriend who pays for your hotel. Your ex-boyfriend pays for your flight. I'm not on his side, but I'm really not on yours either. Like, I'm like, you know, it sounds like you're still in communication. You're dating. Yes, you're dating. No one has put a ring on it. But the dating with intentions is not there. How can you be I don't know why this man is even talking to you about marriage, because it doesn't seem like that's your end goal right now. I don't know how young you are. I don't know what you got going on in life. You do have 2 jobs. You're a 2-degree, high value woman, to say the least. I don't know. But what I will say is this type of behavior is why a good man won't come to your life. And you said God always got your back. And if you believe in him enough, God got your back. I ain't gonna lie, God got your back if you look towards him. But to trash this man because he knew what you was on and he wasn't putting up with it, now you're upset because you didn't get what you wanted, I think it's diabolical. He probably said, you know what, she's not worth it. And honestly, after hearing this story, I don't think so. And that's why I will never fly out a chick out. You'll never get a plane ticket from me. So don't ever expect a plane ticket from PJ, ever. I don't give a damn how long we've been together. Okay? So, it's just those type of things just the things that's going on in this video. Not only that, it was said that she has. Let me see what that comment, because that reminded me of it. There was a comment in here. Nobody, matter of fact, nobody agrees with her in the comments. Nobody agreed, and the guy thought that you was going downstairs to talk to another man, right? Oh, so she says he even told me his deepest, darkest secrets. Then she says he's not even American. His parents smuggled him in from Africa and stole someone's name and all this stuff. And it's just like, when she gets good, when somebody goes low, she goes lower. And this is why I tell you, fellas, if you not on your game, you can't be telling these women nothing. You can't tell them nothing, because they'll tell the world whatever it is that's been done to you. It don't matter what. They'll tell it. Women, women don't care about the snitches get stitches. They don't. They'll tell it all. They don't give a damn. They don't care who it hurts. They don't care who it offends. They'll tell it all. And they have no sympathy. So don't tell no woman, don't ever confide in a woman. Don't ever cry for a woman. Never. Because they're gonna hold that and be like, oh yeah, this is his soft spot. He don't. One thing I don't like to be talked about. I don't like people to misuse my name or be like, oh, PJ, don't do this, PJ, don't do that. That hurt, especially if I do shit for you. And then, I'm telling y'all, because y'all, I ain't sleeping with y'all. But, and then, when we get into an argument, then you going to say, that's why so-and-so don't mess with you, because you don't do this, this, and this. And you like, what are you talking about? And then you think back at that, what you told her. I told you that, and now this is how you feel. Now you upset, and now you trying to hurt me. And this is why you don't tell women shit, because they'll try to hurt you. And it's so stupid. It'd be like, damn. But then, if you try to tell a woman about herself, then she'll just act like it never hurt you. She'll try to tell you some more embarrassing stuff, some more hurtful stuff. Women don't care. So don't do it. Don't tell no woman your deepest, darkest secrets. Anyway, she got more, and then we're going to talk about somebody else who's talking about her.
Welcome back to the next episode of Hella Crimes Committed by Omar. Now let's have a recap. My boo turned ex-boo flew me to Singapore, kicked me out of our room because I wanted to call my mom while he was asleep. Threw all my stuff outside, and he thought that I was going to cry tears over him. No, babe. I had the guy that I'm dating book me a new room. I had my ex book my flight back after you canceled it. Now, if you remember, Omar told me that he was smuggled into the U.S. at 9 years old, and he is actually Omar, not Omar D, and is living under a false social U.S. ID and passport. Well, let's talk about today's crime. Omar has decided to text me from an Atlanta number with a Singapore address, letting me know that if I don't take down my previous video, he is going to send out videos that I did not know that I was being recorded in of us having sexual intercourse to all my family and friends. And to that I say, do it, lady, because I need to see if you are that dumb enough to commit revenge smorn and pre-warn me about it. Well, Omar, wrong answer, forehead. If you are one of the 100 people that have received my Smexy tape, you're welcome. Because although I will have to heal from this indubitably, my body and my face are so lethal in those videos without me even knowing that I'm being recorded. Even I'm stunned how bad of a bitch I truly am. I'm literally the baddest bitch alive. And to add a little chocolate on top of the ice cream, he has also doxed my information. And to add a cherry on top, his best friend has entered the chat and DM'd me and told me this.
We're going on the internet and expose this bitch ass nigga. Yeah, that nigga, we went out to DR and the nigga put Molly in a girl drink. And basically, and then he's so thirsty to fuck the bitch, he gives her my room number to go back to the spot. Boom, she go take all my shit out my crib. Literally, I had to go get a new passport, everything. She cleared my whole entire spot out. Because Omar went through her wallet when she left and took her debit cards out. And then when he gave her back her wallet, she didn't have her debit cards in there.
Now, I may not be a judge, but if I'm not mistaken, not only are you going to jail, you're going to prison. I promise you, he's in that room going off on himself because he's in the middle of a bipolar episode and I'm not aware that I'm dating somebody who's mentally unstable. But that's on me, though. That's on me. I take accountability. I am an accountability queen. I should have had an evaluation done on them before I got out here. But how am I supposed to know that you're mentally unstable? And this is my outfit for tonight because I met somebody new within 30 minutes. I'll never cry over a man. His ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. I am currently in Singapore, stranded because I let this guy named Omar fly me out for a vacation. This man kicked me out of our hotel, threw all of my stuff outside, canceled my flight, and then left me stranded here. And
let me summarize her 9-minute story time. She met Omar in 2022 and they dated briefly and called things quit. Just 2 weeks ago, Omar reached out to her again, and for some reason he was able to convince her to come on vacation with him in Singapore. He paid her $3,500 for her time that she's going to miss at work and bought her a ticket to Singapore. She goes, okay, yeah, he got money now. Let's do it. When they got to Singapore, everything was okay for the first day, making future plans about kids and family and all of that. She's beginning to feel him. After this particular session that they had, she thought Omar was sleeping, but Omar wasn't sleeping. She picks the wrong key, finds out that she picks the wrong key. She goes back to knock on the door, and she said Omar's face changed. Omar asked her, where are you going? She goes, she wants to go talk to her mother and her friend downstairs in the lobby. So Omar gets mad and tells her she cannot go. She goes, what do you mean I cannot go? Oh, I'm going. She leaves the room and Omar locks her out of the room. Things spiral downward from there because Omar also cancelled her ticket. She's not going to tell us what the real problem is. And then unrelated,
and that his parents smuggled him into the United States and they paid somebody to steal an American person's name. So he has an American person's identity, their social and everything. He's not a real citizen.
What has his immigration status got to do with the fact that he kicked you out of his hotel room that he paid for? This is how manipulation is. She's trying to control the narrative so bad, she's essentially discrediting that man before he comes online to say anything to us. Videos of her and Omar are still on her page.
Realizing you might have grown mental issues over the course of time that we have not been speaking.
It was not unstable when you dated him 4 years ago. It was not unstable when he gave you $3,500 for the rest of the week so you don't miss time off at work. It was not mentally unstable when he bought your flight ticket and hotel stay. But the moment he threw out your stuff from the hotel room and canceled your ticket is when he's mentally unstable. Girl, you got to come up with more. There's something missing in your story, and I feel like that's the most important part of the story. Omar cannot be mad about Maria going downstairs to call her mother unless if Maria was not trying to call her mother. Because according to her, she has called her mother and her friends multiple times in front of Omar. Why all of a sudden she has to be in the lobby? Girl,
I'm thinking that he thinks that I'm about to talk about him or I'm about to call a man. Regardless,
I think she's dating more than one person, and Omar found out, and Omar got really mad about it and kicked her out.
Thank God I called my ex-boyfriend and he booked me another flight home. Thank God I called another guy that I was dating and he paid for my room for the rest of the week.
It's 2026. You leave America, go all the way to Singapore, and you don't have Vex money? You would think she would have told her ex to just buy her next day flight ticket to go back home. But she said, I'm going to remain in Singapore for the rest of my trip.
I'm a good person, so I know that I will bounce back from this.
Girl, what are you talking about? Looks like you have 3 men in the equation. You have one that you're dating, you have one ex you're still talking to, and then you have Omar. I think Omar found out about either of those two guys or maybe someone else completely different. She had to make a choice between Omar and the other guy, and she chose the other guy.
I have a dual degree at Clark, Atlanta. I am top dog at everything that I do. Okay? I'm an Aries. I don't play.
When a man takes you on a trip and you start acting like you're all smart, you're trying to double deep, he gonna kick you out because that's his money that brought you there.
And I have been by myself in Singapore ever since. And I just gotta tell somebody just in case I don't make it back to the US or whatever.
If you don't make it back, why would you make it back? Another man already got you a ticket to come back home. Why are you not flying the very next day? Why are you staying in Singapore till the end of your trip? I wish Omar would see this video and respond to it. I like a messy TikTok drama. I want to hear from Omar. I want to know what really happened that night.
I am currently in Singapore stranded because I let this guy named Omar fly me out for a vacation.
Welcome to part 2. Every character in the story just says the wildest thing ever. Everything she said is not exactly what happened. She's lying. And for me, if you lie about one thing, I'll assume everything you told me is a lie. At the end of this video, tell me if you think Maria is a bird or not. Maria knows Omar does not use TikTok. He only has Instagram. But she posted the story on TikTok thinking he's not going to find out about it. Omar found out about it a few days ago and he created a new account to post his own side of the story. He posted a video of the encounter they had in the bedroom in regards to the key being lost or not. So while she thought she picked the wrong key to the hotel room, the key was not actually a physical key. It was a digital key that was on Omar's phone. And according to the video, Omar was asleep.
What time is it? It's 5 in the morning. It's 5 in the morning.
I can count on my finger how many minutes
You're still forgetting that.
You've been asleep for 4 minutes.
That doesn't mean I'm asleep though. 4 minutes is not a long time.
So I tapped Omar, I said, can I have
No,
your
I'm
phone?
asleep. And then
You
you
didn't
and then you
answer.
went out.
didn't
You
answer.
locked yourself
You didn't
out.
answer. I said, okay, I'm gonna
Because
go
I'm
outside.
sleep, keyword. I'm
Okay,
sleep.
that's fine. Stop interrupting me.
I'm asleep.
It don't matter.
You don't wake me up that I'm asleep.
I don't give a when I woke you up.
Okay.
I can give a
You still I will call security. I will call security.
I don't care.
Okay.
Is this the key card?
Key card's on my phone. Could just said that. Could have sent you a key card. Key cards don't work. Everything's on my phone.
And according to Omar, she still had a ticket.
Hey, your flight is booked. You can change your flight and go. Oh man.
You're weird.
I don't see how I did something wrong. I'm asleep in the middle of the night. You decide you want to talk to your friends. You burst out. You got locked out. I got up, opened the door for you, but I'm the one that don't want to give you a key card.
She said she's smart and she's educated, but she didn't even notice that that man had been tapping in and out of their hotel room with a phone, not a physical key. So when she went to wake Omar up to give her the physical key, Omar goes, I don't have to, it's not a physical key, it's a digital key. If you want to be let into the room without my phone, you have to tell the concierge. They will have to let you in. I went to Omar's page on Instagram just to get a feel of who the guy is. The guy got money. Every other month, he's traveling all over the place, right? And at some point, he was Davido's barber. So I know that Omar got money. So here's what I think. She's dating Omar so that she can get the bag. Now that Omar had cut her trip short, the bag is fucked up. Omar's not going to give her any more money, right? And she's so mad about that. She cooked up this whole story about Omar being mentally unstable and a whole lot of other things, which is why a lot of people said her story makes no sense.
I am about to tell y'all something so crazy, but
When a story does not make sense, it's because it's a lie. Now, on Omar's Instagram story and on TikTok, he stated clearly that that girl came with illicit drugs. That's why he kicked her out. Because that offense is punishable by death in Singapore. Not only did she f up the bag with Omar, now she's trying to put herself on execution list in Singapore. I went back to Maria Melrose page just to see what's up. Now she's trying to divert from the original story to now telling us that Omar has private videos that they made together and Omar is sending out to people.
letting me know that if I don't take down my previous video, he is going to send out videos that I did not know that I was being recorded in of us having sexual intercourse to all my family and friends.
Why would he do that? Because she started this whole thing.
You are one of the 100 people that have received my smexy tape. You're welcome.
Girl, we have questions from part 1. You have not answered any question from part 1.
His best friend has entered the chat and DM'd me and told me this.
Omar's best friend story also makes no sense. Omar lets some girls drink, slept with the girl. Omar then goes to the girl's wallet, takes out her debit card, and now the girl wakes up and stole from him, the best friend, stolen his passport and things like that. I don't know. And you contradicted yourself in 2 videos. How are you going to make the first video of something happened to me, just so you know, Omar brought me here and left me stranded? Meanwhile, in another video, you said,
this is my outfit for tonight because I met somebody new within 30 minutes.
You met a new man in 30 minutes. And now you're with this strange new man nobody knows about. But if truly you don't make it back to the United States, people are going to think Omar had something to do with it. Now we know why Maria stayed in Singapore, to find herself a new client. Maria is for sale, and she's not hiding it. And according to her, she doesn't spend her money, she spends resources. So resources are men. she funked up a big bag with Omar. And instead of just taking her L and just moving on, like, whatever, bad market, she goes, no, I'm going to ruin his reputation, but I'm going to do it on an app he doesn't use. Maria, honey, sometimes business transactions go wrong. You don't have to come up with a lie. You don't have to make things up because you look bad.
Okay, out of nowhere, the day before, we have a couple of mishaps.
Was it about the drugs? Even if a ticket is cancelled, the credit remains in your name. All she had to do, she did not do that because she had a financial goal when she went to Singapore, Omar. Like, she's going to get this amount of money. But when Omar kicked her out, bag got messed up and she goes, oh no, I'm not going back without my anticipated goal. I'm going to make some money. So while she's in Singapore on another man's money, she's dating another man completely different that she met 30 minutes after this whole thing happened.
Crazy work.
This your brother's behavior came with a sprinkle of shamelessness. Because what? One thing I'm going to give her is how shameless she is. That one, I got to give it to you, honey. You are shameless, and I love it for you.
I am currently in Singapore stranded because I let this guy named Omar fly me out for a vacation.
Oh, you came back for part 3. You're a very nosy person. Anyways, welcome. I got you. Omar was in my DM around 1 a.m. this morning, and he had a lot to say. As a matter of fact, I had to write it down because I didn't want to miss anything. Just like I said in part 1, Omar knew Maria was talking to other men. I'm going to just roll the clip.
You want to go talk to other guys, it's fine. I'm not tripping about it. You could do that, but do it respectfully.
What happened in Singapore?
You're not going to come here to Singapore. You can't even smoke weed. I mean, not weed. You can't vape. You can't smoke hookah. You can't even spit on the ground. They'll lock you up here. And I'm a DOD government contractor. You're not going to come here and ruin my career, put us in prison. Like, I got a family to take care of.
If truly Omar has the security clearance he says he has, it's practically impossible for him to be using someone else's information and the DOD would not know about it. Because when it comes to security clearance, I'm telling you, the DOD would go to your home country and investigate the rodent in your neighbor's house. So it's impossible that Omar was smuggled in. Omar is using someone else's information, and Omar still got security clearance to work in the White House. I don't know, girl, Maria. That was a lie.
Like, she's walking everywhere smoking this weed on these pills, and these people notice that out here. Those people everywhere, they smell this stuff. They can see when someone's on drugs. You know what I mean? And she's already like a naturally loud, lit person. And I'm telling her, look, like, you changed. I haven't seen you in a couple of years, but you've changed. And she don't like that I'm telling her these things. You know what I mean? She, like, her head is messed up. Even when I'm talking to her, it's like she's not even there. Like, she bought drugs to a country where you cannot have drugs, and she cannot function without it. When she's not smoking weed, she'll have withdrawals, and she'll act funny a little bit. And then when she's on the weed, she'll act a certain way. When she's on the powder or the pills, she'll have another type of energy. So I didn't know what I was getting with her. So I'm over here sweating bullets. When we got here, she told me she bought all these drugs. She told me, oh yeah, I got them in my pocket. Because I told her I've been out here sober. I just been drinking really because that's the only thing you can do here. She said, oh, not me. I bought all my drugs with me. It's inside my pocket. I'm like, what the f? She's telling me this is the first day we got here to the hotel when I went and picked up from the airport. Like I said. Then on top of that, she's talking about ICE, immigration, all that. Like, I work for the United States government. I was in the Army since high school. I mean, after high school. Like, my legal status is 1,000%. I could work in the White House if I wanted to. Like.
So yeah, that's the audio.
Night? Well, it was the second night. She could have even stayed here the whole 6 days without doing something crazy. Like, she locked herself out twice trying to go downstairs to smoke and talk to her other dudes, which is fine. If she talking to other guys, it's fine. I was just trying to rekindle with you real quick, whatever, and see how it go. But again, if this was in a state somewhere, I probably would have let it slide. But it was just inevitable. We would have just got caught, got locked up. You know what I mean? Because it was just getting tense. Just doing drugs everywhere, smoking. That can't happen here. And the other main thing, the reason why she's like so upset, literally, I haven't seen this girl in 3 years. Right? She pull up, cool. She told me, I got a proposal for you. This is the first day we're eating lunch or dinner. I forgot which one it was. She told me, I got a proposal for you. Hey, let's be TikTok, YouTube based, you know. Because I travel around the country. That's what I do. That's what I like to do. I could be your partner. We could make content. Basically, she needs me to get her to the top, to the next level. Because I guess I'm a natural lit guy. I got a lot of connection, you know. I know a lot of people. So she feel like my traveling mixed with her, what she got going on. She want to get on Love Island. She said she'll be on Love Island probably like in a year or two. She should be able to make it. She want to be a vlogger, streamer, all these stuff. Like, I don't do that though. You know, I just got Instagram. I used to be a celebrity barber, so that's how I know a lot of the people I know. And when that didn't work, that's why she's just using whatever to try to get her to the top and just attach me to the situation. You feel? So she was like, hey, I'm gonna get you to sign a non-disclosure. You know, I'll let you feel the, but just don't get him pregnant. That way, you know, because you can't ruin my brand and stuff like that. She was like telling me all these things in the back of my head. I'm like, what the f? Like, I'm not telling her this in person, but I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this girl? Like, I'm just trying to reconnect with you. You were talking about signing non-disclosures and being couples and all that. Mind you, I'm over here thinking about these drugs, how I'm gonna survive the next 5-6 days with this girl here with all these drugs.
Yeah, so that's what he said. He didn't say no, like you're crazy, but he also didn't say yes. So that was when their fallout started. Next question. Did he threaten to send out her nudes? He said no.
She's even fabricating that story talking about I'm sending videos out of her. Like, me personally, when I do like to record for myself, but whenever majority of the time I'll use like my partner phone. I'm like, this shit on your phone, babe, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be like a sexy thing. They'd be more comfortable with it. This was on my phone, and she got that too. Nothing like that. That's what I'm saying. She changed a lot over these last 3 years. It's the drugs, man. It is insane.
In the case of Omar's so-called best friend that sent a voice note to Maria, first of all, he has not spoken to this guy in 3 years, so that's not his best friend. Second of all, when I find out my enemy now has a new enemy, I automatically become friends with that person. So I believe this so-called friend is ganging up with Maria just because they have a common enemy, Omar.
Yeah, this is an old friend of mine. Like, we don't even talk no more. Like, we fell out bad in DR, but he invited me to DR. He's out there. He's on it as well. He do powder. But this was one of my close friends back in the day. We used to live in Dubai together. You know what I'm saying? We kept telling him to lock his door. He's at a villa. They came in there and took everything. And then she came back later with the DR police. They ended up locking up my friend. I was upstairs. They ended up he went downstairs because she tried to set him up talking about, oh, I got your luggage. Just come downstairs. He went downstairs like a dummy. And then they locked him up. I had to help get the immigration involved. The U.S. Customs over there, they helped to get him a passport and get him out. Yeah, this was like a crazy. This was like, what, 3-4 years ago too.
Shout out to the T-Berry brand on Etsy. The shirt I wore yesterday is from them. Please support a small business because that's where my commission comes from, not TikTok. According to Omar, he said that the claims in the audio is a lie because he also dropped this receipt. This is the chat with the girl Omar allegedly, and this is the chat of her telling him that she's going to come back. She forgot some of her stuff over. She'll come back. But unfortunately, when she came back, she saw this guy's door open. She, along with other locals, must have robbed Omar's friend, thinking that it was also Omar's stuff, but Omar had checked out and gone to another hotel. The lady collided with the police, arrested this Omar's friend. Omar said he paid for his bail, got him a lawyer, sorted the immigration thing out, and Omar said he also bought him a flight ticket back to the United States. But the friend is blaming Omar that if he had not brought the girl home, the girl would not have robbed him. And Omar is like, you left your door open, so if your door is open, a thief will walk in. So the friend expected Omar to at least reimburse him $10,000 of his loss. And Omar said, hell no, I didn't ask you to leave your door open. So if at your big age you leave your door open, that sounds like a you problem. So that's where they fell out. And since Maria made this video, Omar's former friend now finds out that, oh, my enemy now also has a new enemy I'm still in contact with. They decided to gang up and make this ridiculous claim about Omar someone. Well, this is the receipt Omar had in regards to that.
I got nothing to hide. It's just a bad situation. 2 guys went to DR with, and they see 2 tall black American guys. We out there flashy, got Rolexes on, Cartier. You got Cartier bust downs and shit. And we just mess with the wrong girls.
And passport. Well, let's talk about today's crime. Omar has decided to text me from an Atlanta number with a Singapore address, letting me know that if I don't take down my previous video, he is going to send out videos that I did not know that I was being recorded in of us having sexual intercourse to all my family and friends.
Speaking of doxing, how is it possible that Omar doxed her, sent her information out, but when it came to posting chats between her and Omar, she hides his information? Why is she protecting a man that she claims is exposing her? Unless maybe the chats were not from Omar. And going by how far Maria has gone with this whole thing, I would not be surprised if someone else sent her the text, because according to Omar, he never had that chat. Another thing, despite how much Omar's friend and Maria has said about Omar, through all the voice notes he sent to me, he did not use one derogatory term against either of them. I think he genuinely liked Maria and he genuinely liked his friend. But, people are going to go with their feelings, not with your history.
I guess you could say I got a bad way of choosing the women in my life.
Honestly, Omar, at this point, stop going around. Put your penis in your pants. You don't have to whip it out every time you see a baddie, okay? Because from what you said, I agree you have bad taste in women. And you found her in a strip club. She's always been outside. What makes you think that if you come back 4 years later, she's going to be a different person? If anything, she's going to be worse. And that's what she showed. Thankfully, Omar is a US veteran and still has active affiliation with the military. Because if he was a mere civilian and Maria had made all these claims, I promise you, Omar's career would have been tarnished right there on the spot. Because with social media pressure, Omar would have lost his job. Because now she has 1 million views on that video. A lot of people are not going to ask questions. This video is not going to reach a lot of people either. When there's virality around the story, you will get fired first and questions might never even get asked. No investigation, nothing. A lot of companies don't want bad PR. That's why they will fire first and ask questions later, if they ever do. Because had Maria not been a US citizen, if she was a foreign national that made this claim, he would have still gotten in trouble because of it. Sometimes you just got to be by yourself and just mind your business. I think it's better to find a wife than to continue sleeping around, because this could have easily gone bad for him had people not really listened to what she was saying and used discernment. Things could have really gone bad for Omar. That's the truth.
Yeah, now I agree that things could have went bad for Omar, but I listened to her story and I was like, no, I could. My friend, shout out to my friend. All right, Lily sent me this video, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I said, because I was like, I said, she a 304, but this is a good story. But after seeing this, it would be hard to date her because she keeps a roster of Negroes. You see, I was like, I wasn't feeling her story from the beginning. And a lot of times when I watch, I don't even watch these stories, but I skim through it. And then I started listening. I was like, you talk about, and I hit on a part where she was talking about she had a boyfriend. I was like, So then I actually listened to it. So now, while listening, this is one of the first videos that I've listened to the full story before I actually watched it, because I showed this video to somebody else. I said, tell me if I'm tripping about this story. And then I go back to the story when I'm reacting. I'm looking at the comments. I'm like, I'm not tripping. Nobody's tripping about this girl. Like, yeah, she trying to get everybody on her side, but nobody's tripping about her, right? So I don't think he would have lost anything messing with her.
But I am currently in Singapore stranded because I let this guy named Omar fly me out for a vacation.
You are here for part 4. It's okay. Grab a seat. You are officially a part of the tea committee. Welcome aboard. So, my DM has been busy all day yesterday. Different people saying different things. I was available for everybody. So, one of the ladies from my tea committee thought, you know what? I don't have business with Maria. I have a business with a friend. She went to the friend's page on Instagram to call him out. Like, how do you say bad things about your friend like that? She was like, I said what I said. And the friend responded saying that, first of all, he never said he was Omar's best friend. Second of all, Maria cut off part of what he said. And the remaining of what he said was exactly what Omar said. But one thing the friend is not backing down on is that Omar set him up. Bro, with everything that we have explained, you still don't understand why you got robbed. Okay. Anyways, but before I got a DM from the lady that went to confront Omar's friend, someone was also in my DM claiming to be this man's best friend. She had a lot of not so pleasant things to say about Omar. But I cannot post it because she did not give me any receipts. She was giving me screenshots that was not exactly related to the main topic. Girl, please. The way I gave her bombastic side eye, I'm like, this is not the receipt. This is my idea. I'm talking about, Omar is dangerous. Girl, I'm sorry. You're going to have to come correct. Because with all my educational credentials, I would not let you make me look like a fool. That's why I stopped responding to you. And shout out to the young lady that went to the friend's page to call him out. Half of what the friend said was exactly what Omar said. So that part about the guy being robbed is true. The part that Omar brought a woman to their villa is true. But the reason the guy got robbed was because his door was open. But why he got arrested, that part is not clear to me. Because this Omar's friend is claiming that Omar let the girls drink, right? But then the girl that was late and essayed had the text with Omar. I showed it to you, right? And then she comes back to the villa instead of arresting Omar that committed crimes against her. Because with a toxicology report, they could have easily proven that Omar did something wrong and arrested Omar, extorted him, or just simply imprisoned him. Even if it was for extortion, Omar was a better person to arrest if truly he let that girl's drink because they can prove it. Why was he untouched while the friend was arrested? That part is not clear to me. Make it make sense to me, uncle. If you're mad that Omar brought someone to the house, slept with the person came back and robbed you, I understand that part is valid. Because what is going on? Step into my DM and tell me a part of the story. I want to hear what you have to say because Maria involved you in this whole story. Nobody mentioned your name. Your fight with Omar was completely different from what Maria was mad about. But somehow you got dragged into this situation. Now you have to come forward.
His best friend has entered the chat and DM'd me and told me this.
And Maria, why did you lie that this man was Omar's best friend? What kind of intro was that? Is the man not allowed to defend himself that he's not Omar's best friend? I'm trying so hard to believe you. But Omar is coming with receipt. Omar's friend is denying what she said. And I'm supposed to believe you. And also, there were a few people in the comments speaking for Omar's character that they used to work with him. Someone in my DM also speaking for Omar's character. Why is nobody talking about Maria's character? Am I missing something? Why is no one in my DM saying that this is proof that Maria is not who Omar says she is? Why is no one trying to tell me Maria is telling the truth? That truly Omar lied against Maria and the things that they said she smuggled into the country. Why is that not the case? Because this video has 1 million views. It is impossible that out of that 1 million views Maria has, not one person could speak for her character. Omar is dangerous. Omar is this. I gave you bombastic side eye. Because no, I don't go with emotion. I go with logic. That's the whole point of being educated. One more thing before I forget. Some young ladies were in my comments looking for Omar. Some of them were in my DM looking for Omar. Hey, Omar saw your comment too. And the one in my DM, I forwarded your message to him. I am not a gatekeeper, okay? But Omar said he's taking a break. Maria broke him. Maria don't stress out that guy. He's like, yeah, no. I'm gonna go somewhere. I need to cool off. I need to stay away from women at this point. Speaking of Maria, it's been like 5 days now. Nobody has heard from her online. No. And when this whole video blew up, she was still in Singapore. I remember all the legal things that was mentioned in my initial videos. Is she okay? Can someone, on a serious note, can someone please confirm she made it back to the US safe? We just need proof of life and freedom. Because this saga that she started, who's gonna finish it?
I'm safe and at home for those who pray for me. Thank ya. You over there lying on that stool pigeon ass page, so me and you finna get into it. You said that I brought Tina Snow and etc. overseas. No offense to anybody that do Tina Snow. Do whatever makes you happy. I no judge, but it's just I'm not doing no Tina Snow. You're never finna catch Mariah Melrose skiing on the slopes. Your own best friend DM'd me and said that you be moving shrugs overseas and shrugging women drinks. Roll the clip.
On the internet exposed this bitch ass nigga. Yeah, that nigga, we went out to DR and the nigga put Molly in a girl drink. And basically, and then he's so thirsty to f the bitch, cause Omar went through her wallet when she left and took her debit cards out. And then when he gave her back her wallet, she didn't have her debit cards in there.
So why would I bring you shrugs? And your own best friend just said that you be moving and doing shrugs on every trip that you take. Trips that I'm not even on. You said that I want to cloud off you and I need you to get to the next level. You said that, right? I mentioned to you that somebody has been successfully impersonating me on YouTube. So now I got to go to YouTube. This is my real account now. You asked me, am I going to post you on my page? And I tell you, I'm not sure because you've been acting angry and controlling all day. You tell me that it's funny that I said that you have anger problems because you also think you have anger problems. And that's why you set reminders on your phone to tell you to calm the f down every couple of hours because life is just not that serious. Me impersonated on YouTube. You know impersonated on YouTube. So why the f would I need you to get to the next level? I have more followers than you on every platform. The bitch impersonating me has more followers than you. You said I need your clout, but you're the same on Instagram posting pinned pictures of you and celebrities from 4 years ago. You wanted them, let me get a pic ass nigga. Like, why is it pinned? And when the last time you seen this man? You said you never released no Smex tape of me? Roll the clip. But ain't this your number? I ain't gonna dox you because I got a little more class. But this is you texting my best friend. I'm up standing watching TV naked. You over here having a photo shoot of me. Not only that, but you are recording videos of me while we're doing it. You're recording hex clips of us while my back is turned in every video. I literally have no idea what's going on. You say you don't need no clout off me, and if the Smex tape wasn't premeditated, then why were you hiding the camera behind my back? You were trying to prove to people that you could have Smex with me. You're a loser! Yo, bitch said you didn't cancel my flight. Roll the clip. You say you didn't cancel my flight, but I just called Etihad and they said this. So you're saying that because he didn't put insurance on the flight, that he didn't even get the money back. He's only gonna get the taxes on the flight, which is $83?
Yes, ma'am, because this is considered a voluntary cancellation or a voluntary refund. This must be it. So when they process the refund from the website, as I can see here, they have processed it going back to the original form of payment with the unused taxes as the refundable amount.
You so dumb. You didn't put insurance on my flight, so they only refunded you the taxes. My God, on today, you have to be the dumbest I've ever dated. And then you post a video of me and you arguing, of me quote unquote screaming at you, right? But you conveniently forgot to start the video from the beginning when you were screaming at me at the front door. Get me all riled up, so now I'm screaming back at you and you conveniently calm down and pull your phone out and hide it under the pillow. So now it makes it seem like I'm screaming at you and I'm just some angry black woman. I'm dumbfounded on why we even arguing to the point where my voice is cracking because I don't know what's going on. I got my $3,500 and I'm on a vacation. Why would I be arguing with him? I'm happy as hell. You're not angry and controlling, why I can't have my own room key to our room? If you're not angry and controlling, why I can't talk to my family when you're not around? Why does every conversation I have to be in front of you? And that's how I know you are so angry and controlling. You tried to punish me for not getting back in that bed when you told me to. You want bitch ass. Best friend DM'd me and said that you be moving shrugs overseas and women drinks. Roll the clip.
On the internet exposed this
IT community, we are back. As usual, grab a chair. Let us normalize minding your business. And I say that disrespectfully. This is a complete deflection from the main topic and the main subject. The subject was Maria and Omar. Now, the friend is insisting that I share his story. He doesn't like it that I shared Omar's part, but I never shared his part. Excuse me, sir. You will not have a part in this story and you just manage your business. Maria did not come to you to say anything. You were the one that saw Maria was calling out your enemy, and you thought, okay, you know what? I also have something to add to his bad character. And unfortunately for him, he reached out to Maria to show support for Maria against Omar based on an unrelated experience that he had a couple of years ago. He goes ahead to tell Maria that, oh, there was a situation that got him arrested, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, by the time he thought, I don't need to be sending this to Maria, by the time he unsent that message, Maria had already screen recorded it. Speaking of Maria, thank God she's back. And now that she's back, guess what she's doing? She's still using the audio this guy had sent to her to back up her claim and now making even more serious claims. Omar said he decided to be quiet and just let this whole thing die natural death. But with the last video Maria made, I think they might end up in a lawsuit though. Because despite all the receipts Omar's friend said he had, there was not one time Omar said anything about admitting to someone's drink, admitting to nothing. And he sent me a long message that he had sent to Omar. Omar responded with a voice note. I asked him, bro, where's the rest of this voice note? He hasn't sent it. At the time I'm recording this video, he hasn't sent it. And it's been hours, like over 6 hours ago that I asked for that audio. So when you say, clear my name, I don't know how to clear your name. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and share the voice note that he shared. I'm going to go ahead and add Omar's voice note to it. Omar's friend's voice note will come first. Omar's voice note will come second. And for those that don't like long voice notes, I will tell you the summary of both and tell me who you think is lying and who you think is overdoing things.
club. So we're leaving the club. We got a driver. That's how I know them text messages showing. I don't know what text message knows because the girl was saying she was coming back that night. So he keeps trying to give her this Red Bull. That's not to mention this girl don't smoke or drink. He trying to give her this Red Bull, but I see it's clearly a Red Bull right in front of him that's not open. I'm like, why you keep trying? So I'm like, let me see. I taste it. I know it tastes hella funny. Boom. So we get back to the crib. I'm sitting down on the phone. He's tweaked out on Molly in the back room, but the girl he's talking to in the living room. So he's tweaked out, and next thing you know, I see her. She just randomly stumbled out the crib. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, she don't got no shoes on, no nothing. Her purse is here. So I yell out like, yo, your little bitch, she just left. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he come in there tweaking out, go through her wallet, take her cards out, like, oh, this bitch went to go see another nigga. Of course, she probably did, because you've been in your room tweaked out on the Molly, talking on the phone with the chick right here. So she left. Of course, she's a prostitute. She probably went to go make some money. So boom, next day, he switches room. For some reason, he want to see this trash girl so bad. So boom, I go up to the room. We leave out my crib. I don't feel like looking for my key. I'm like, all right, I'm about to go with you real quick to your room to help you drop your shit off. We get up there. He's still trying to invite this girl. We get up there. The girl is right there in the lobby with the security of the place. Blase. He's saying, I guess he said, I don't know, it was like something with them with the purse or some shit like that. So they end up going through the room. I guess he was hiding the cards. Boom. But he's sitting there drunk, tripping again. Like I said, boy, be on Molly. And I'm not really paying attention. I think about it later. I'm like, did you just get into my crib address? So I'm like, oh, nah, I go back to my crib. By the time I get back to the crib, all my shit is gone. Then I start to think, he's like, yeah, I blocked her. And I said, and she don't got her debit cards? Nigga, that's why she stole my shit. So, boom, we call the police. The police come over to the crib. They said, oh, yeah, this is the crib that a girl said she was. We got a call from this for this exact crib. Cleared my entire crib out. I have literally nothing, no passport, all my jewelry, my everything. Like my glasses, all that shit was in my suitcase. Passport, they took even the bottles out the crib. So then we're out to eat. I sent her a picture. I'm like, yo, you got my bags. Here go your cards. Because I know that's probably what she wanted. Boom. I tell Omar, like, yo, I'm about to go downstairs and get this girl a car so I can get my bags back. So when I go down there, the police, she said, you going to pay me for my time? Like, bitch, I ain't never even talked to you. As soon as I say that, the police jumped out on me. I'm fighting them off for like 5 minutes. I call Omar, hey, bro, come down here and get my watch and shit, and my jewelry, Baecation and shit. Come get my shit. The nigga never comes down there. Boom. So next thing you know, I end up going down. Boom, they take me way out to jail in the middle of nowhere. And then I don't get to see the lawyer till the next day, which is, I guess that's whatever video he sent you was the lawyer. Our driver got the lawyer. That had nothing to do with him. Our driver had a lawyer. So the lawyer comes up the next day. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? They're like, oh, well, they're trying to say that, the girl was drugged. It's like a drug, like some a girl, like it's great type, like, I don't know, because nothing ever happened. The girl left out. So, yeah, so I'm like, they like, oh, well, she want 10,000. I'm thinking it's pace up, boom. So, blah, fast forward, get the 10,000. They let me out. They say,
like I said, I got nothing to hide. It's just a bad situation. 2 guys went to DR with, and that's what happened. They see 2 tall black American guys. We out there flashy, got Rolexes on, Cartier. He got Cartier bust downs and shit. And we just messed with the wrong girls. We live and learn on that as far as that, but that had nothing to do with it. He's just mad at that situation. It's unfortunate the girl I was messing with ended up, he ended up getting locked up, got his stuff taken and all that, you know what I'm saying? So I guess you could say I got a bad way of choosing the women in my life. I guess that. Here you go. This is me talking to his sister, right? And I also, like I said, I'll send you the mom conversation and the dad. Showing the conversation with the girl. Does that look like a girl to you that was drugged or done bad? You see, I text her, I said, hey, you left your stuff. She said you see the reason why? She said she left. She came back. If a girl was drugged, would she come back and see me if that happened? Because if you look at it, you can see where I sent her a picture of her stuff, and then where she responded, she apologized for leaving like that. She got kids. She went to go tend for them, and then she came back to see me too. So that doesn't sound like someone that was drugged to me. And again, everything's just clear communication. I spent money on a lawyer, video of the lawyer right there. I did everything I could for him. We ended up getting him a passport, and we all got up out of there.
Now, let me merge Omar's story with his friend's story so we can have a full context of my side of the story. 2 American guys went to the club in Dominican Republic. On getting there, having fun, doing what men do. Usually, men make a lot of bad decisions over there, including sleeping with women, right? Whether Omar brought the woman home or his friend brought the woman home, anybody could have brought home a thief. This guy's like a girl for sale. Omar had some things with the girl. The girl left in a hurry. Omar's friend sees her leaving. Called Omar, yo, your girl's leaving. He texts the girl. This is a text message. You left in a hurry. And she goes on to say, I'm coming back. So I think at the point when they were supposed to meet again, Omar and his friends were not at the villa. That explains when Omar told his friend he should have locked his door. So they're still not sure if the girl actually robbed them or if it was completely a different set of people that robbed them. They get back to the villa. They see that they have been robbed. The girl now comes back and says, I left my stuff, my purse and my debit card. Omar's friend now knows Omar found the debit card. He's saying Omar stole the debit card. I don't know how much you want to steal from a girl that sells her body. Anyways, apparently, when some people came to rob the house, they took everything, including the girl's belonging. So when the girl came back, Omar's friend took the debit card from Omar and told the girl, go and bring my stuff. If you bring my stuff, I'm going to give you a debit card. These were the friend's exact words. That's the point Omar's friend got arrested. Because now you are admitting to be in possession of something that's not yours. And you know that the American guys, they're supposed to have money, they look flashy. When it comes to extortion, the police can literally accuse you of anything. It's between you going through the court or just bribing them and getting yourself out. It's common for young Americans to be a target when they go to such countries.
Best friend DM'd me and said that you be moving shrugs overseas and shrugging women drinks.
Speaking of Maria, she has forgot about the immigration thing she mentioned. She's forgot about the insanity that she mentioned. But she's not talking about...
Your own best friend DM'd me and said that you be moving shrugs overseas and shrugging women drinks.
She's doing exactly what Omar said she would do. Keep riding on the story until she gets to Love Island. And I hope it works out for her in the end. Omar's friend, mind your business next time. For what I said in the beginning is what I said again. You got too excited that your enemy is now in trouble and you put your mouth into it. Now you're asking me to put your story out. Nobody is really interested in your part of the story because you're not the subject.
Because what he's trying to do right here is actually worse than what Mariah is doing. This is stuff that happened 2 years ago, and you're trying to ride this wave with a girl who's technically in the wrong just to try to put what point out there. You get it? But the first video I'm sending is the dirty cop who came to the hotel. You can see, Lord, he has my clothes on at that point because all his stuff was gone. I'll send a video showing me with that shirt on as well. But when the police came, come to find out, he was working with the girl, so they aligned everything together. That's how it all initially started. You'll see the messages between me and his mom. I spoke with the lady from the embassy through phone call. She informed me that it's a fake arrest because she contacted all the police departments in Punta Cana. There was no arrest warrant for Tremaine. I don't know who that girl is that is claiming that they paid for a lawyer, but all I know is the lawyer that came, that we got, I helped him get was through the driver because Lord trusted that driver because that's the one that came and actually picked me up from the airport. I came a day after Lord. Come to find out, the driver and the lawyer are on the same page. The embassy lady is saying the same thing. The driver and lawyer, the police, they're all dirty. That's what they do in DR. They don't make a good salary. So, DR is number like prostitution. So the women, when they see American guys or guys that has money, they'll team up with police and come scare them, lock them up, fake warrants, fake arrests, and they'll force them to use their credit card, their cars to pay. And now they split it. And if you try to get a lawyer, all the lawyers are on the same team too. That's their side hustle. Everyone that's their side hustle. When the arrest happens, they get on it, they bribe the person, whatever, they pay, and they split the money. If you get a lawyer, the lawyer gonna hit the police up, yep, we want some money. So that's how that go. I guarantee if you ask him to provide you an arrest warrant, he won't show you that, because he came back when he got out. It was a fake arrest warrant with someone else's name. Which was crazy. The thing locked up, so he missed a lot of the behind the scene action. So he didn't know what's going on. I did what a best friend was supposed to do at the time. I'm in contact with his mom, his dad, his sisters. You'll see all in the videos with the driver who's dirty, with the lawyer who's dirty, at that point, I'm not talking to the girl because she already did what she did. But I'm talking to the driver, to the lawyer. You understand? So anyways, he ended up getting out. If you look, you see the Van Cleef and the tattoos. I left that guy with 2 credit cards and later on with another card for him to use while he's there. You see the text message between me and him. And if you look, there's no animosity between me and him. The whole conversation until I got on the plane, went back to Atlanta. He's sending me texts about girls he's seen at the mall. You see, I booked him a hotel because I left a day early. So used my card, booked the hotel. He had my credit cards for food and everything. He talking about I left him there stranded or whatever the case may be. No, I did what a friend was supposed to do. You can see, I was talking to his dad. His dad don't like texting, so we spoke over phone. I was in contact with his mom and his sister. If you take accountability, if you had locked your door, this would have never happened. Because he was in a good, villa. He just didn't lock his door. Even if they came with fake police or like girls came back, your door is locked. No one's robbing you. Because I seen British people there. It was like a nice villa area. My hotel was on the beach. It was secure too. And the thing is, we are in DR. He's blaming me because of my girl. You invited me out there. We're there for girls. I'm not a psychic. I'm not going to know. No one's going to know like, oh, pick this girl. She's not going to do you dirty. Or pick this girl. Haiti's next door. This is like a poor country. If we don't get locked up, it's either you get locked up or they rob you. Your door was locked. That girl would have dealt with me. You saw the text messages. She was never. I'm not an ugly that's desperate to a girl. That's not like that's never been my style. I don't even look like I do that. I'm not doing that. Like I got a mother, a daughter, 2 sisters, a grandma, great grandma, all alive. That was never my style. Don't throw all my name like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he paid $5K with his USA credit card to get out. He wanted to slap another $5K on it to make it 10. So for his belongings, which was cool. I wasn't tripping. When we came back, he went straight to Instagram to air me out. Like I said, he be getting high, so his mind is not all the way there. Like I said, you come back, you go rock my clothes, because this was my boy from back in the day. We shared clothes literally together from back in the day. We lived in Dubai, all that shit. We was roommate, all that shit, you know what I mean? So he came back. Next thing I'm looking on Instagram, he's just airing me out. I'm like, what is going on? Like I was in the process of selling my condo, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'll throw you something, but don't just be demanding 10K right away and like shit's not happening right there and then how you want it to. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you locked your door, that would never happen. I get it. I messed with a girl, but I took accountability and I still stayed there, did what I had to do for you. You know what I'm saying? This is an unfortunate situation, but that don't mean you jump online. Whatever happened between us, you see even the homies are saying like you don't jump on a girl like years later just to try to prove what point. Especially if the girl's in a super wrong too. Like that shows your character. Like people is not gonna fuck with you at all doing stuff like that. That's in the past. And I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. It's like that. That's a no-no. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sharing all these like receipts with you because I keep them one day. He can't provide a arrest warrant with you. That girl, whatever receipt she talking about, if she did get a lawyer, they trying to come up on some money. Like they all Haitians and Dominicans just super poor and hungry. Like that's their side hustle.
This was a deal got wrong between Maria and Omar. Where you come in, I don't know. The connection, I don't know. Like it was not your intention to gang up with Maria. Even though you reached out to Maria just to show support and care for her, letting her know that truly Omar is a dangerous person. That was your intention, but it backfired.
Nah, he trying to sleep with Maria too.
Because now the support you're trying to show Maria has now turned into a weapon fashioned against Omar, provided by you, which again, you did not give me any evidence of. You go to a country like that, you got to be careful. They can easily add additional charges because they want to extort you. At the end of the day, let us normalize minding our business. Sometimes your enemy is in trouble. Smile from afar and leave it alone. If Omar decides to press charges, you are going to do more than explain on TikTok. You are going to have to come with documents because that was serious allegation that Maria is now building on with your voice, not with another evidence that she has. The only evidence she has is your voice. I'm not going to make a second video for you like I told you. This is the only video I'm making, and that's because you said you unsent that message. It means you made a mistake. But you said I should make the video. I have made the video. Now what? All
right, everyday people, man. Let me know what side y'all taking because we have 3 sides. We have Omar and Maria, the original poster. Well, we also have Dior. Shout out to Dior Becca. Dior Becca, she got into the story as I do, reacting to stories. And so I checked her out. And so we have heard what she thought about the story, which I was on. I was completely believing in what she was talking about. And then because I had the same discernment for the situation. And then you had Omar, who got in touch with Dior Becca. And then you had the friend who reached out to Maria to tell her about his fallout with Omar. And I you know, honestly, there, man, just this all started from a woman wanting to be flown out and wanting a good time, not a long time, a good time. Do I believe she was calling her mom? She could have been, but honestly, I don't think so because let me tell you this. I was I was on a trip, on a vacation. I was on a vacation and I didn't call my mom. And she was like, nah, I need to know who you with and where you with. I need to hear her voice. I need to know what's going on because ain't no way my son. Oh, matter of fact, there was another one. I was going out of town with somebody and I asked somebody for their name. I was like, I need your name so I could tell my mama because she need to know who I'm with and where I'm, going. I mean, mind you, I know her name, but I need more information, not just name. And so that made the situation weird. I'm like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. If you was coming out to my place, I wouldn't have no problem telling you who I am, where I'm gonna have you staying. So, but you not. yeah, not come here. But the fact is that my family need to know who I'm with. So, me going out of the room to talk to my family, it's just not likely. But I guess it is what it is. But we had a lot to watch today, so let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section.